Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. Welcome again to another course. Okay, so today we are going to explain comparative and superlative of adjective. Okay, so how we are going to make comparatives and how we are going to make superlative. Okay, so first of all, we have to explain what does mean comparative. Okay, so comparative means when we are going to compare between two nouns or two things in general, or two adjectives, etc. We have to compare between two things. Okay, comparative are normally used to compare two nouns. Okay, so nouns can be like people, objects, animals, countries, nationalities, etc. Okay, so means we have to compare between two things. Okay, for example, we have for example with that and separative. Okay, I'm sorry, separative. If you want to compare between three or more, okay, three or more things. Okay, for example, we have compare separative are commonly used to compare more than two nouns. Okay, so more than two nouns means that three or more, etc. Okay, so here we have, okay, so how we gonna make comparative. Okay, how we going to make comparative, or how thing that we should use if you want to compare comparative. Okay, if you want to make comparative, whenever we form comparative, we usually add er to the adjective. We are going to add er to the adjective. For example, we have tall, taller. Okay, so tall, taller. I am tall, but my brother is taller than me. Okay, short, shorter, fast, faster. I'm sorry, fast, faster means that here we are going to add er. Okay, we're gonna add er to the words. Okay, if you want to make comparative, so most of now adjective gonna take er. Okay, so we have, in order to turn an adjective into separative, we just add est. Okay, if you want to do a separative, we are going to add est. I am tall. My brother is taller than me, but my father is the tallest. Okay, is the tallest one. Okay, so my brother is taller than me, but my father is the tallest one. Means that here we did comparative and we did also separative with the adjective tall. So we have tall, taller than, tallest. Okay, or the tallest. Okay, in the comparative we add er, but in separative we add est. Okay, so for example, we have the tallest, shortest, the fastest. Then we have here, okay, we have some another rules. Okay, so we have the rule number one. Okay, if one syllable adjective is ending in in silent e, so we are going to add r. Like when we have nouns that end or adjectives that end in e, we are going to add just r. Like for example, we have the adjective nice, nicer. Okay, but when we have separative, we're gonna add st. Okay, nicest. Okay, so the rule number two, we have if one syllable adjective ending is form of consonant and vowel, so we are going to double the consonants and we add er. Okay, sometimes we're gonna find like the adjective big. We have vowel and consonant at the end of the word. Vowel and consonants. We are going to double the consonants and we add er in comparative and est in separative. We have big, bigger. Okay, or and on separative you can say the biggest. Okay, so also we have here the rule number three. Okay, when we have an adjective that's ended with consonants and y, we're gonna remove y and we add ier in comparative and ies and iest in separative. Like we have happy, happier than. Okay, so we can say the happiest in the in separative. Okay, so it's so easy, I think, to understand comparative and separative of adjectives. So also we have, and the more and the most we have two almost left. Okay, so here, these things we are going to do more or the most in comparative and separative. But when we have some long adjective like expensive, okay, like beautiful, okay, like important, etc. When we have these adjective, we call them long adjective, like expensive. So if you want to make comparative, we are going to use more. So expensive, more expensive than. Okay, we can see the most expensive things. Okay, so we have more expensive in comparative, and in separative we can see the most expensive. Then we have the rule number five. Okay, the rule number five. Okay, sometimes we have some adjective. We have, if the adjective does not follow any the condition before, just before or just and, we're gonna add er. Okay, or a or st. For example, we have quick, quicker. Okay, so this is normal things. And superlative, the quick, the quickest. Okay, so and there is some exceptions. Okay, exceptions we call them irregular adjectives. Okay, irregular adjective. Okay, why? Because you have to learn them by heart. Like for example, good, better, in comparative. Okay, we can say bad, worse. Okay, bad, worse. Okay, so these adjectives we are not going to add er or something like that. No, we have to learn them by heart. For example, here, so in superlative, we can say good and the best. Okay, so we can say good, better, best, the best. Okay, so this is better than this, but this one is the best one. Okay, so this is bad. Okay, this is worse, and this is the worst. Okay, bad, worse than the worst. Okay, is it clear? So it's so easy. But these adjectives, we call them, these exceptions, we call them irregular adjectives. You have to learn them by heart. Okay, we have good, better, the best, and we have bad, worse, the worst, etc. Okay, so also we have structure of comparative adjectives. Okay, so just some examples here. We have enough. For example, we can say I am smarter than Fred. Okay, I am smarter than Fred. Okay, this is the comparative. We have Melissa is braver than Mike. Okay, here we are comparing two people. We have Melissa and Mike. Okay, so and we have Melissa is braver than Mike. Okay, we have Maria is older than James. So English is easier than French. Here we are comparing English and French, and English is easier than French. Okay, so also we have Carlos is more polite than Jessica. So this is what these are long adjectives. Okay, we are going to put more in comparative. Okay, we have Carlos is more polite than Jessica. We have Melissa is more beautiful than Lisa. Okay, this book is more interesting than that one. French is more difficult than English. Okay, so here we have long adjective. We need more if you want to do comparative. Okay, so but when we have short adjective, we are going to adjust just er. Okay, but here in this adjective we are going to put more plus the adjective and then exception. Okay, like these examples we have here, French is more difficult than English. Okay, French is more difficult than English. We put more plus the adjective and the other and the thing that we compare. Here we are comparing French and English, etc. Okay, this is what we have in comparative. Okay, we are going to add er when we have some short adjective, but when we have long adjective, we are going to put more and etc. So now we're going to move to so we have some examples. Okay, before that, move into superlative thing. We have, for example, Barcelona is better than Real Madrid. Okay, Barcelona is better than Real Madrid. We have Flash is faster than Sonic. Okay, so we have Batman is more intelligent than Iron Man. Okay, so Coca-Cola is better than Pepsi. We have Marshmallow is more popular than Alan Walker, and we have Naruto is stronger than Goku. Okay, so here we are comparing two things. Okay, two people, two things, etc. Okay, so and you notice we did that better than, faster than. We have is more intelligent than. We have is better than. Also, we have is more popular than. So and we have here is stronger than. Some adjective we add er, some adjective we add more, and also we have some irregular adjective when we have good. The comparative is better. Then we are going to move to superlative. Okay, we are talking about superlative adjective. We have okay. So in superlative, the superlative that we're gonna put, we are going to add est or the most. Est when we have some short adjective, but when we have long adjective, we are going to put the most. Okay. So for example, you can say I am the smartest student in my class. Okay, I am the smartest student in my class. Okay, so we have Melissa is the bravest girl I have ever met. English is the easiest language to learn. Okay, so I'm sorry, Ken Janka is the oldest person in the world. Okay, here as you notice we have est, etc. So this is a short adjective here, and we have the smartest, the bravest, the oldest, the easiest, etc. Don't forget the and est that we have. But When we are talking about long adjective, we can say the most plus adjective, the most plus adjective. Okay, so we have Carlos is the most polite teacher in the school. Okay, so we have Tanya Blondo is the most beautiful woman in the world. Okay, Chinese is the most difficult language to understand. Okay, here we are comparing uh, three or more things, etc. And since we have long adjective, we are going to put the most. But if you have short adjective, we are going to put est or st or iest. Okay, is it clear? So this is concerning superlative. Okay, so here we have examples about superlative things. We have superlative adjective. We have, for example, Lisa is the smartest girl in the Simpson TV show. Homer is the most hilarious character in Springfield. We have Bart is the best, okay, pranker in the school. We have Abraham is the eldest in the Simpson family, and we have Homer is the funniest character in the Simpsons, and we have here Maggie is the most adorable baby girl in the Simpson family. Okay, we have the smartest. Okay, smarter than smartest, and we have the most hilarious. Okay, so long adjective. We have the best, good, better, the best. Okay, we have the eldest, old, elder, eldest, etc. Okay, we have the funny, funnier, the funniest, and we have the most adorable, or more, etc. Okay, so this is concerning superlative. Okay, as I already said, comparative. If you want to compare between two things, and either we're gonna have er or r or IER in short adjective, or we are going to add more, and then in long adjective, and ER in short adjective. But when we have superlative, we are going to add est, okay, est in short adjective, and the most in long adjective. Okay, this is what we have there. Here we have an exercise we are going to do. We are going to do it together. We have, do you think this summer will be than usual? And we have the adjective hot. Okay, so here we are comparing. We can say hotter than usual. We have than, which means that we are comparing two things. So this is exciting. Okay, book I have ever read. Here we have superlative. This is the most exciting book I have ever read. Tom is person, no, lazy. Okay, Tom is the laziest person I know. We have flying, way to travel. Flying way is the quickest way to travel. The camera you bought is than. We have than means that we're gonna compare two things. So we have the adjective good, which means I'm going to say better. So we have the camera that you bought is better than mine. We have this mother then had three sons, and he was the youngest. Okay, today was bad day of my life. Today was the worst day of my life. Mary is one of the prettiest women in Boston. You are, we have beautiful than I remember. You can say you are more beautiful than I remember you. Okay, Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. And the last one we have, this book is much so more useful than that one. Okay, so this is what we have in comparative and superlative adjective. It's so easy to understand. Okay, just to we have to focus on the rules. How we're gonna add er when we are talking about comparative, and how we're gonna add est when we are talking about superlative concerning short adjective. When we have long adjective, okay, we have to add more in comparative, more than in comparative, and the most in superlative, and try to pay attention to the irregular adjective since we have to learn them by heart. Thank you so much, and we are going to meet in another